So it's with great pleasure today that we begin the conversation on the extension of care, and it's my honor to introduce the Governor of the state of Rhode Island, Gina Raimondo.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that. I knew it was here because I spend a lot of time in this mall with my daughter. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Joanne recognized all of my colleagues in government, and I want to thank every single one of you for being here. Also, Kasim Yarn, who's here. He's part of my team, and as I look out, I see so many of you. Darlene, doing a great job. Linda, all of you guys, you're there. Elizabeth, thank you for all that you do. So as I walked in here, I thought about my own first job, which was as a waitress. And I was a kid, teenager, living with my parents. And that's how I learned how to work. Show up on time, work hard, get along with everybody, do what you're supposed to do, and wear the right clothes, not get into too much trouble. And these are how to deal with the public, and these are the skills that you're teaching these young people. And it all starts when you are teenagers. You're not ready as a teenager to live independently, take care of yourself without the appropriate support. But with programs like YouthWorks 411, it empowers youth and sets our young people on the right path. And importantly, what you do lets them know we care about you, you matter, we're behind you, and we're going to be there for you so you get the skills you need so you can have a shot, so you can have a good job and, flourish. So I want to say thank you to the work that's done here because I know you're doing a great job in helping a lot of kids. The announcement today is related to that, and it's an announcement around extension of care to young people in our DCYF system. And Trista, Director Piccola, feels incredibly strongly about this, as does Rep. Ruggiero and Senator De Palma. They've been working on this for a long time, and many of you here. We know, and by the way, 25 other states already do this. We know if you're 18 years old, 19 years old, you're just not quite ready to be living, safety net gone on your own. Again, I'll go back to, thinking of myself when I was that age. And I had an incredibly loving, stable, two-parent family with a middle-class job. So what today's announcement is that we are extending care for kids up to the age of 21. So we're doing it on a voluntary basis. So voluntary extension of care from kids from age 18 to 21. And I put that in the budget that I submitted last week to the Assembly. And what we're going to do is we're going to phase it in over the next handful of years. The first year, people who are 18 and so forth, and then 18 to 19, et cetera. It's a very modest investment. This isn't about a lot of money. I think it'll change lives. Over time, this will affect hundreds and ultimately thousands of young people in our system, and it's all about making sure that they have access to continued supportive services, frankly, in transition. The last thing I'll say is when I was in the transition, when I became governor, I convened a working group, and a lot of you guys were around that table for me. And then I reconvened the Children's Cabinet, which had not been convened in a long time. And I said, what do we have to do? And everybody said, it's in transition. It's in the transitions, either between services or in periods of life of kids. And we all know 18, 19, 20 years old is a challenging time of life. So anyway, many of you have known this has to happen for a long time. We used to do it. It was undone in 2007. It's time to go back. It's time to recommit ourselves to our kids. And so I'm very pleased to announce today a commitment to voluntary extension of care.